You're listening to Truly Unruly with Marcus and Jessica Trufant. What's up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of Truly Unruly with Marcus and Jessica Trufant. My name is Kel. That's Marcus.
What's up, brother?
That's Jessica.
What up, scary
As you guys
people?
see, we are dressed up for our annual Halloween episode. We do this every year. Let's talk about these costumes real quick. Marcus, who are you? What are you? Are you passing the collection plate around? What are we doing?
I'm doing a little bit of everything, man. I'm the priest. As you see, my nun over here is
You're
deceased.
abusive. Yeah.
So yeah, but I come with all types of knowledge, man. You know, I come with the good book of all types of goodies here. So, you know,
There it is.
I'm just spreading the good news, man. I'm spreading the good word. So that's what I'm here to do. And I'm trying to make sure everybody else is here to enjoy themselves.
We want everybody to be in position.
Yeah. A position a
Unintended.
day keeps the
Demons
21 savage killer
There we
priest
go.
away.
21,
That's
21.
what
I got
it does.
It's kind of a 21 vibe going on. So 21 priestling.
Oh my God, 21 average.
21 average. I like that.
Kel is frozen.
No, I'm not.
No, he's not.
Oh, really? Okay.
Man, it's the wig.
It's the way.
The
Who
wig got
are you, Kel? What are you doing?
Upstairs, dude.
Shit, I'm a nigga from the neighborhood. What you mean?
I heard that.
Of like the
heard that.
90s or
Best
like
costume ever. No.
2000.
Nigga, I'm every nigga I seen in my neighborhood growing up. And Jess, I get it. You're none.
Oh yeah, I'm just dead. I'm just scary. I don't know. I'm just scary.
I like it though. It looked good on you. I told you about the whole fit.
Oh, but I'm naughty, but I'm scary.
Yeah, you got the boots. and
Naughty
you got
nuns are scary nuns.
It's very conjuring. Is that how you say the movie?
The
Conjuring. It's very
Conjuring. Yeah.
Conjuring.
Yeah,
It's very conjuring.
yeah. I'm a conjure up.
Okay.
Shit.
Is that when the girl was kind of doing the breaking on the floor?
Yeah.
And she was.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's kind of trippy.
Yeah.
that's cool.
All right. Well,
Okay.
you guys ready to get into our interesting email today? Because it's pretty good.
Let's do it.
I like
get to
it.
it.
Now it's a little long, so Jess, I need you to focus. I know how you are.
Oh,
When
you
these
know I
emails
cannot handle these long-winded.
when these
Let's
emails
not
are longer than
multifaceted.
150 words.
Right. I'm like, wait a minute. Repeat, rewind. Okay.
I'm gonna take my time. Here we go. I really need some guidance. I'm 36 years old. I've been with my boyfriend for 12 years. He recently got out of prison after serving 5 years, and my family wants me to break up with him. Before he went away, he always took good care of me. Sure, he's had some issues with my family. He once beat my brother up for talking disrespectfully, but I've always felt safe and loved by him. Now that he's back, my family's made it clear they don't support our relationship. They don't believe he's changed and think I'm making a huge mistake by staying with him. I feel torn between my love for him and the pressure from my family to end things. I want my family to understand my perspective, but I also don't want to keep being pulled in opposite directions. How can I show them that he's different now? Or is it time to make a tough choice between them and him? Thanks.
Ooh.
Kel, again, that was long. So, first of all, I mean, okay, so she's been with him
12 years.
since she was 24. So that's pretty young, right? I think that's 12 years. And it sounds like either you need to get rid of your family or you need to get rid of your dude, because obviously the two are going to have a little bit of trouble coexisting. And maybe when you were 24 and your family was like, you know, you should break up with him. We don't think this is right for you. But now you're 12 years later and you're still wanting to be with this man. Well, then I guess your family has two choices: get on board or not. I don't know. It's pretty simple. But at the same time, he fucking beat your brother up.
He wants to. I don't think he actually put hands on him. Or maybe he did, right?
Kel said.
Did I hear that wrong?
She said he once beat up my brother for
once
talking
beat him up.
disrespectfully, but the
Okay.
brother's being disrespectful, and so he had to get at him, and he put hands on him. It happens.
And it leads me to, it also is kind of weird when you have somebody that you're calling your protector, and because it can be one way. It could be your family's tripping or you're tripping. And, he's beating up your brother. The things when you hear things like he's my protector and he loves me and all those kinds of things, that kind of sounds a little red flaggish, just a little, like slightly. So I can see where your family, when you were 24, maybe wanted you to break up with him. But, people go to prison and are redeemed.
Mm-hmm.
Some people really do come out better than when they went in. So I don't know. This is a tough one. But the protector and the love me, and it sounds like, this you're willing to maybe isolate your family for him. I don't know. He's been in prison. It's all about your happiness, not his. I don't care how much he loves you. Love yourself that much, and you ain't got to worry about that.
To me, it seemed like she's locked in. It seems like she's made her choice already. 24 to 36. He just went and sat down for a little bit, and she's still there. She's the bottom. She's
yeah.
A1. So it sounds like to me that they work, and when it comes to trying to make people feel comfortable, that's where she might be going a little wrong, right? As you age, your family and their wishes, all that is cool if that works for you. But if people are against exactly what you want to do, it could be for a reason. But if you're focused on your dude and you want to be with that man,
right? My
advice is go ahead and do it. And you only live once. Family will find a way to adjust, or the family that really has your back,
right.
They're gonna find a way to adjust, right? And they're gonna be, they'll be there to support you when he goes back to jail for a third time, right?
Yeah.
And right. So if they rock with you, they rock with you. And the dude, we don't really know much background about the dude.
Here's my thing.
But it sounds like he got a good thing going on. The girl's not going nowhere, and she's waiting for him.
He's got a good thing going on.
It ain't really, well, I'm saying as far as keeping his lady and his lady really being into him.
How the fuck?
He got somebody that's down for him too.
I'm sorry.
And that's what I'm saying. And it happens every day. So let's not act like
you're missing. You got to listen to something else she said. She said, how can I convince my family? You shouldn't be convincing your family. His actions should be convincing your family. And I don't know what type of communication you've been having with your family throughout this whole prison stint. Did he talk to your family? Has he made amends? Has he apologized? If not, again,
apologize to
red
who?
Fucking flag for beating up your brother. I don't care if he felt disrespected.
No, if the brother came at him and we don't know the details, the brother needs to stay in his lane. Of course, he might be standing up for his sister, but
exactly,
he's not in that relationship. And if the girl is still chasing this man, what can you do?
But she also wants her family's approval. So that's the thing.
That's where she's wrong in the first place.
You should not need to prove to your family. It should be shown by action. By now, 12 years later, they should know.
Or you don't need approval and you do what you want to do.
Or you don't need approval. And he's right. You don't need approval. But at the same time,
you want it. Yeah, and
be very careful and cautious, because I don't know if you've been able. I don't really. What's he in prison for?
She's down. It don't matter what he went to prison for. She's still
actually
down.
That matters.
Not to her.
Well, not to her, but it matters to me.
Okay.
And to everybody else.
It's saying there that he did 5, so I assume he didn't kill nobody. So he probably might have
Robbery,
gotten
drugs.
It might have been a little drug charge,
Yeah.
or he might have got like caught with like a pistol or on him or something like that. Because usually like a gun charge is like
I don't
5-7
know.
years.
It kind of just
So, I
sounds
mean-
like that down ass bitch.
That's what I'm saying.
It does. That's
Hey.
probably
He got
put
a
money
good
on
one,
his
and that's what I'm
commissary, letting him
you know
talk
she
to
was
her
putting money on the book.
crazy,
No
Right.
question.
beating up the family. I understand. And if our daughter was in the position, we would say the same thing. We would say, I don't think he is the right person for you. I do not like him.
Right.
So they have a right to say that.
They do. That would be their job, but it's
They
like,
don't have a right to not speak to her anymore.
you can't
or
control your
to,
daughter either after she's grown. This woman is 36.
Right, but she's
Now.
still seeking validation from her
She
family.
is.
So
She
there's an issue. So if again,
Do you guys
I
think
don't know.
that maybe because guys that go and sit down for a little bit, they get a bad rap, right? And he may be very good to her, and like that's his. She brings that soft side out of him, but then when it's time to handle business, then he hardens up. Pause. And he handles his business. But I don't know. Like
I don't know.
I don't know, this is hard. I do want to know why the brother got beat up. She said he was talking disrespectful. I just wonder if the brother just was. But that's the thing though. Alcohol could have been involved. The brother could have been drunk and started talking shit. And they might have been like, yo, leave him alone. He's like, might even gave him warnings like, bro, you don't want this. You don't want this. And he might have still kept running his mouth. And then he got open hand slapped or something. Like that type of shit happens. You know what I'm saying?
Why was
So
he
like,
talking
I'm not gonna
shit,
fully,
though?
I'm not gonna fully think because this guy went to prison that he's this bad, abusive dude that just beats people up. Like,
No.
certain dudes, street dudes, just have a certain code and certain ethics that is like, listen, I'm gonna give you a warning. You keep talking, I'm gonna slap the shit out of you. And they kept talking, got shit slapped out of him.
True, Kel, that's no excuse. A street nigga, that's no excuse to just slap the fuck out of somebody. That doesn't make it okay. It's not like, oh, he is who he is. The fuck?
It's not okay in all situations. And I'm reminded of a situation with the baby and the light-skinned girl that he was dating, right? And then the brother approached the baby and his group and got hands put on him and then ended up suing. So, yeah, you're trying to stand up for your sister. Understandable. And if he would have got the better of the dude, is that better? I mean, the brother, if he beats up the boyfriend, is that better? So,
no, it's not better.
It's a tough situation.
And again, it's why is this happening?
We didn't get that in the email.
Exactly. I mean,
but you run the risk anytime you run up on somebody, though, and that's my point.
He said he was talking shit. She didn't say he ran up on him. He got physical with. That's something I would divulge.
You never know.
Like he
and
would
you run up and you get close. You get loud.
Got his personal
I feel
space.
threatened.
Right.
Well, then what kind of dude? Again, it sounds weird to me. He's fighting people like you guys are saying. He's feeling threatened. He's doing this. And this is somebody you're going to move for. But he treats me so well.
The daughter loves it, though.
It's like.
What can you say?
That sounds like.
What can you say?
Yeah.
There's women living this life every day and they love it.
That doesn't mean it's
It doesn't. But I'm saying if she loves it, what can we do?
Well, that's why she's asking us. And I'm telling her it's a red flag. I'm sorry.
Okay.
But again, it's your life. And if you're okay with possibly having strained relationships outside of your family for some dude that you've been, you were with him, 12 years. So, the last 5 years
and he treats her well. I think the first thing she said is he treats me well. And maybe he spoils me.
But you know what that sounds like when somebody has to try and convince you like that? He treats me so well, but he loves me so much. He's fought my brother. My family hates him, but he loves me so much.
Hit me
I'm
twice.
like, red flag.
That's what I was about to say, Marcus. Like Jess is, I feel like Jess, you're hinting at like this relationship and maybe physically, mentally,
there's
or verbally
it sounds
abusive.
like there's some control. And there might be some
women like that.
Some psychological. There is something. I'm not saying physical. But there
is this just because this man went to prison? If this man had not went to prison, would we be saying the same thing?
Yes, just based off of the way she's wording it.
Okay.
But I love him, and he treats me so well, and but my family hates him. Right. But I love him. He beat up my brother, but I love him. And it's like, oh, okay. And how do I convince my family? It's like she's desperate for this validation because her dude probably isn't shit. Sorry, I don't care if he didn't kill somebody. He went to fucking prison. Sorry. He's done something fucked up.
So I kind of like what you said, Jess, about her finding herself and making sure she's good within, right? Is this something that she might need to take a step back from? I mean, get away from the madness.
I don't think she can.
And the family, right? And kind of just be by herself. I know we said stuff like that on other shows. Instead of jumping right back in the game with this man after he gets out, right? Mm-hmm. And getting back to old habit, does she need to take a break if she can, right? A safe break.
Yeah, just make the most informed decision. And, because when he gets out of prison or jail or prison, whatever, it's been 5 years. Things change. And wait a minute. So that means he went into prison during COVID. So that's even more weird. So when he comes out,
I never thought about that.
It's going to be a little bit different. So I would be careful and just really take the time to evaluate your relationship once you come out. And if he's still the same guy that, I don't care how many pen visits and phone calls you have, but it's all about the action outside of prison. And maybe he is reformed, like we said earlier, and maybe he didn't need, restoration? He didn't need all of that to begin with.
Right. Just got jammed up, man.
He just got jammed up. But that does not mean that he still can't be controlling and
that's very true.
A fucking weirdo. So
you don't have to go to jail to do none of that. It's just some dudes. That's how they move.
That's true. I know a lot more weirdos out here on this street.
Yeah. Right. Just a smooth weirdo. So
yeah. I had a question for you guys. Jess, let's say Marcus gets in a situation. He got to go sit down for like 2 to 3, maybe 5. What are you doing?
Well, we're married. Are you kidding me? We have 5 kids. I'm waiting. I'm waiting for my husband. Are you kidding me? Of course I would wait for my husband. He's not.
Does it depend on
I don't have to convince my family to like him.
Does it depend on what I went to jail for, though? Because you might have to convince the family if I went to jail for.
I don't know. Everybody know when you know somebody's character, and if you did something and went to prison or jail or whatever, it's a one-off.
Damn. It don't matter what it is.
Okay, this could be that same situation with this woman. It could be a one-off.
It can.
You know what I'm saying?
It can. And maybe she really is desperate. And maybe he does really treat her well. And maybe she's just really, maybe it's just innocent. And she really does want her family to love him and to see him for who he is now rather than the person that was before he went into prison. But again, it is his job to show and prove. It is not yours.
When I read this email, and I don't want to be like stereotypical, but like,
yeah, Kel,
I know what's coming.
Really, Kel?
What am I going to say, Marcus? Where am I going with this?
No, just go ahead.
Go.
All right.
Yeah, but see if I got it right.
I wonder if, because I don't know the race of this couple at all, but I wonder if there's like some like racial stuff here where, he might
it could be
black or like Mexican, and he went to prison. She might be a white girl, and her parents are like, nah. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like play into some of that, because it's like we don't know all the details. And like I said, like I don't crucify everyone that goes to prison. Obviously, like some people just get caught up. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Some
Bad
shit.
luck.
I know people that's gone down for being in the wrong place at the wrong time, and they didn't want to tell on their friends and had to go sit down. You know what I'm saying? So like, I wonder if any of that comes into play, just cultural differences where it's like, oh, see, we told you not to fool with him or fool with people like him, blah, 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 blah. And she's like, well, no, I'm trying to convince you guys he's not a bad guy. Yeah, he made a mistake. But they might already have like preconditioned prejudices already. You know what I'm saying? Like, see, I told you.
Well, I wish we knew that. I wish we knew.
I know, I wish too.
I wish we knew, because that adds another layer to it. But I think it spreads across all cultures and race when it's like, this dude is in prison and your family doesn't like him. It's like, it doesn't matter who you are.
Right.
That's not a good look. But like you said, Kel, there could be something a little bit more to that. A little bit more sinister. Who knows?
Yeah. I had a feeling you was going there, Kel.
Did you?
Yeah.
I had a feeling it was about race.
Maybe this is a white woman that and it's no judgment, but somebody that gets off on the lifestyle and this, that, and the third, and thinks she's in a rap video or something like that, or in the movie, and it could be that, but just like you said, though, this crosses over to all crosses over to all races and genres and everything. Right. So I was gonna say, though, the burden is really on this woman. So it, like, the dude has been doing his thing and he is who he is.
So it's the burden of the woman to show the family?
It's the burden of the woman to make a choice. You don't need to show your family. If you love this dude, you want to be with this dude, that's it.
It sounds like she's made a choice.
That she wants to be with him.
Right.
But
it sounds like she's made her choice. But
she can't have her cake and eat it too at this moment. So you make a choice. Are you going to be down with the dude or are you going to move on?
Well, I mean, that's easy to tell her, but we all know that she has been down with him this whole time. She is stuck with him. Pretty sure, even though it's like, okay, when he gets out, you know, see him for who he is. Pretty sure she already thinks she knows who he is, and she's comfortable with that. So it's like,
she's embarrassed, though. She's embarrassed and she wishes things. I think she wishes things are different.
She's writing letters and asking for advice. She's embarrassed.
She's asking for the family to get involved, though. So it sounds like she's yearning for Christmas and Thanksgiving. Everybody should be happy. Man, and high-fiving her. Dude, I don't know if they were married. I think they're boyfriend and girlfriend or whatever. But she's yearning for that. That's what she sees, I guess, in her head when she sees the dream of a relationship. It's like this, and I want my family to be involved. Right. That's what it sounds like to me.
Do they have kids? Because it's a clean break if there's no kids.
Right. If there's no kids, she's really down.
It's a clean break.
She's really down for the get down. If it's no kids, and it's just her.
On the flip side, if there's no kids, when he gets out of prison, there might be kids. Then
I was about to say that. That was the one positive out of this is that when he came home, he was probably fucking the dog shit out of her. What, 5 years of beating your meat and fucking built up aggression and shit? Oh yeah, my God. This nigga wore her ass out. But my other thing is too is like, we live in a time too, and I hate saying this because like I feel like 15 years ago, like people will not say this, but like we live at a time now where like you got rappers, you know, whatever, coming home from prison and they got their girl. And like these chicks out here will like see that shit on the internet and they be thinking that their dude is Keisha and Gucci Man. Or like when Nipsey died, every chick out here was trying to compare their relationship to Nipsey and Lauren London. And I'm like, we're like, that's not you. Like, that's you know what I'm saying? And so, like, I hope this isn't one of those situations where it's like she thinks she's Mariah the Scientist and he's Young Thug. Like we're not doing let's not do that, guys.
That's what I was kind of getting at about the movies and the TVs and what people get caught up in.
I hope not, because this ain't that.
This ain't
that at all.
Ain't that.
But yeah, it would be good to know if they had kids or not, because that would. Because you're right, Jess. Like, if there's no kids, clean break. But here's the other point with that. And this goes back to your point earlier, Jess. There might be a fear of like, I don't want to break up with him because this motherfucker's crazy.
That too.
He's beat up I know what he's capable of. He done beat up my brother.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He did 5. So he probably might have been could have been a violent offender. You know what I'm saying? I don't want him coming killing me.
That's what I'm saying. I thought about that. Was it a violent? Did he go?
You never know.
Or did he go for beating up the brother? No, I'm kidding.
You never know. But you got decisions to make and like steps to try to get out of that. It's easier said than done. So don't get me wrong, right?
To me, deep down, she's already with him. They're gonna get out. She's gonna get pregnant. They're gonna. I don't know why you guys didn't get married while he was in prison. Because clearly you're not about to have a wedding that your family supports. So you might as well have done the shit in jail. But
right.
Yeah. No, it sounds like her mind is made up, but
my question though to everyone, is she happier
with him in prison?
With this dude and staying comfortable with somebody she knows and she understands, or is she happier clean break, family there to support her, get with a clean cut, tie wearing dude? Do you think that will fulfill her going forward, or is she always for the life?
I don't know. And that's where she needs to know herself. Right. Period. I don't know.
Can you change the stripes?
But when you know yourself, you know what you will and won't take, and you know what kind of happiness you're striving for and looking for. And, she very well, because of course the definition of happiness is it's a made up thing and it is subjective. And maybe she thinks that is happiness to her. Some people, I'm starting to realize that some people never truly know or realize or get to really fully experience and understand the happiness. And I guess when you don't know what it is, you think that's what it is. And to your point, watching, the Gucci Mane and all that kind of stuff, maybe she thinks this is what it is. And she just needs to get her family on board. But in reality, you should probably go. So I don't know. We'll see.
I think since she's been with him for so long, and she's been with him since she was 24, and then so she's with him for 6, and then he was gone for 5 of those or 7 or whatever the math is. I think she doesn't know anything different. So since she doesn't know anything different, it's like, well, this is what it is. Because
different is scary too.
Right.
Different some people can be scary.
You'd be surprised the amount of people that hate change, and they just can become complacent in relationships because it's just what they're used to, and they go with those motions. And like she said, he took good care of me and this and that. And for her, that might be her source of happiness of like, he spent money on me.
Yep.
And that might be her idea of love, and someone caring about her is dropping a bag on her. So like, she probably don't know no different. So that's why,
And that brings it all the way back to like, if you don't know what real love and happiness is supposed to look and feel like, that leads me to believe that there must, or no, not necessarily. I'm thinking like in the family, because that behavior, that kind of stuff is modeled, and you see that and you kind of go after what you've seen modeled for you. Right. So, and this is before you went to prison. But yeah, so I don't know. I want to say like, again, everything sounds like a big fucking red flag, but at the same time, it might work for her.
Hey, Jess, you're right. Like, you have those people out here that go after what they were modeled. But you know what I've surprisingly enough seen a lot of just in my own experience in life, not in my own personal relationships, but I've seen in others' relationships growing up, where people going after certain things because they knew their parents didn't like it.
And out of spite.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know a girl.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, I know a girl I grew up with that dated terrible men because the men that she brought home that her parents liked, she was like, nope, I don't like them because my parents like them. And that led her to being in an abusive marriage. You know what I'm saying? Like, she was in a couple of abusive relationships. She's finally now in a very, very good, stable relationship, thank God, with a really good dude. but like it was always like our all of our teenage years into our 20s, it was always like, nope, I don't like him anymore because my parents like him. And I'm like, he's a good dude. Like, why are you're jeopardizing yourself right now? Like,
Sometimes.
don't block your blessings. Like, what are you doing? You know? So there's definitely that. And that might be this girl where it's like, she likes the bad boy, always liked the bad boy. And it always pissed her parents off. But he's so good to her and he fuck her so good and this, that, and the third.
She
that
enjoys
now
the life,
she,
man. The fast life.
That life. And now she can't really go nowhere now because that's all that she knows.
Right. I'm like, now you're stuck.
Right.
You're stuck.
Oof.
But it really goes back to the parenting and the relationship. We talked about that. You got daddy issues or you got issues with your mom, what they put you through, and then you're going to act out in your own life and almost sabotage or jeopardize your own happiness out of spite just to get back to your parents. That's the issue. And you need to go talk to somebody and you need to get that figured out because it really doesn't make sense. Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
Get that fixed.
And and that it's just unhealthy.
But you don't know. When you don't know, you don't know.
That's
and
true.
Maybe she just hasn't grown past that.
And maybe that's what the family is kind of getting at. They're kind of like trying to talk her off of this ledge, and they see the car crash coming.
Right. But again, if she's doing it like fuck you parents, she's not at.
And she got to learn the hard way then. If that's what it sounds like to me, and you got to go through the fire and be like, all right, okay, enough's enough. I got to get out of this now. And
I know.
It's really on the little lady.
Do you guys think that's a hard, I mean, I guess you're never too old, but like, do you guys think that's a hard lesson though to try to go through at 36 when you're creeping into the second half of your 30s, going into your 40s, and you're finally learning lessons that you should have learned in your mid 20s?
Well, first of all, I don't think it's ever too late to grow and learn lessons and change. Because to your point earlier, these people that stay stagnant are the ones who are really missing out. So I think there is a possibility for somebody to grow and change and learn and make better decisions. I think there's always an opportunity. You just have to see it. Mm-hmm. And I don't think people get the chance to see it. But when you do, learn from it. So
we've all seen those relationships. We might even know people like this now in our lives that like have been with people for such a long time that it's like, well, I don't like this relationship, but we've been together so long, we've put so much time into it. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't want to start over again.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah, I think that's common. I think that is common. Yeah. But again, he was gone for 5 years. So she had an opportunity to really put herself out there. But again, it happened during COVID. So they probably really gelled during that time because there was nothing else to do but probably prison calls and pen pal. So I think she's stuck. Yeah. Wake up.
I think dude got probably got some mouthpiece on him and is making sure that he's cool after he gets out and make sure everything is taken care of. And that's like, I mean, I can't knock him for that, right? And he's in this relationship and he's trying to make sure everything is everything. Now, again, I think it's on this girl. If she wants to make a change or she wants a clean break, yes, she had the opportunity then, but I think she's just trapped is the wrong word, but she's in the thick of it, right? Mm-hmm. She's in the deep end. It's all the way up to her neck, and she don't really know how to get out of that, right?
Well, some people never get out of it.
And she likes it at the same time. She enjoys him and like hopes and prays that the family.
It's the thrill.
Jumps on board. That's what I'm saying. Hey, the fast life. And we see girls like that all the time. You know, the young, hot chicks that was right out of high school, and you see them and they run around with the dudes. And then life catches up with them and they still kind of doing the same stuff. And that's what we talked about, staying in the same place. So I hope it works out for the lady and I hope she gets it figured out. It's on her though. It is really on her. It's not about the family. It ain't about the dude. It's about what she wants to do.
Yep. So make the best informed. Well, it sounds like she's already made the decision. So
To stay?
yeah.
Okay.
It sounds like she's already made the decision. But my thing is, the moment he shows you a different side or attempts to beat up your brother again, you might want to rethink.
What you
Do
think?
you want to have kids with this person?
What you think she'd say if he gets out and there's like, a couple other women out there?
And that's another thing. He could get out and fucking leave her immediately.
If he got it together, when you go down and you need some support, so he might have a couple plan. Other friends out there. And again, no judgment.
Wasn't that one of the episodes?
I don't know.
Get your backup plan, girl. Get your backup plan.
Hey man, I've known of dudes getting sat down for a little bit, get them a little fat girl that'll hold them down while they're while they're locked up, and then come home and drop her immediately and get back in these streets.
That's what Brother Lynch was talking about on
could be the case.
Yeah, the big insecure girl's gonna hold him down. Make sure he's fed and all that. Bring him new shoes on the visits and all that. I seen it. I know. Hey, I'm not even trying to be funny.
I know
some
somebody
niggas that's done that shit.
I know somebody that was doing that, and
yeah, I know a few cats that were
her dude who she knew that he might not be her dude.
Right.
She was just like, I'm having a good time.
I'm down.
I like, if it works, it works. Right. But she was. Yep. It happens.
Yep. All right. Well, young lady, you've heard it here first, man. You better make some better life choices. Yeah, I don't even know what to say, to be honest with you. Like,
yeah, man, the choice is yours.
I think that's it.
Where you want to go with it, where you want to take it.
Right.
She should try putting herself first
and don't get mad when your family doesn't approve of this dude, especially if his actions,
right,
especially towards them or whatever, prove otherwise. Don't get mad at your family. Just accept it for what it is, and stand in your decision.
Right. Try putting yourself first. It sounds like she's worried about the family. She's worried about the dude. You need to worry about herself too.
Right.
She's
stand in your decision. If you think that's your dude.
No kids, and she might be cool, so she might be able to find somebody else, man. Step out and try something else. Or try two something else.
Someone else?
Three something else.
Try someone else.
Try a woman. Yeah.
Ooh. All right, here we go. We're going off the rails. Here we go. All right. And that is our Halloween episode. Truly Unruly, y'all. Marcus Trufant, Jessica Trufant. My name is Kel. Listen to us on your favorite podcasting platform. Please like, review, and subscribe. That helps us out a lot. And of course, you follow us on all things social at trulyunruly_podcast. And if you want us to answer any of your questions, you can email us at trulyunrulypodcast@gmail.com. No, excuse me, trulyunrulypodcast@gmail.com. I said at twice. And of course, follow these guys on social media. Catch our visual on YouTube. And of course, every Sunday, you can check us out on Converge. Boom. All right, y'all. Till next time, happy Halloween. Peace and much love.